everybody, it's T's Top 10 Tuesday, first one, woo! I'm so excited, I really am. I'm such a nerd, but I put a lot of thought into this, and there was a lot of top 10 lists I wanted to do, but we got lots of time for that. We'll get to them. But today, I thought we would focus on something that everyone could benefit from. And today we're going to work on top 10 ways to help reduce stress. Now I realize you can find it on the internet, on Google, you can find pages to talk about it. We're going to try to do it in a more fun way, hopefully come up with some different ideas that maybe you haven't thought of, that I have found that work for me in the past. So strap up, let's have some fun, okay? Okay, number 10. This is a good one. So, as you can see, it's organize and prioritize. Sometimes I just get so overwhelmed. And sometimes it happens in life where there's just, life is pulling you in all sorts of different directions and you're just like, I'm so stressed I don't even know where to start. Like, has anyone else been there besides me? Like, so stressed I don't even know where to begin, where to end, and how I'm ever going to get this accomplished. You will. You will. Here's what I mean by organize and prioritize. Sounds corny. You've heard it before. I wish I could find a new twist on it, but it is what it is. You write everything down. Everything down as it comes into your mind. So it comes in and out. Get it down on paper. That way it's not swimming around up there and you're trying to remember everything you need to do. So now you got it down on paper. Okay, then you prioritize. You say, okay, honestly, this has to be done right now. This has to be done right now. This could wait till tomorrow or next week or next month, and I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. So sometimes just by looking at it, you can see that it really isn't as much as it feels like in your head, and then it kind of takes the emotion out of it. When you put it on paper, and you can think logically about it and objectively about it, and you can just see it and prioritize what needs to be done when, what needs to be done. And then here's the key. You're listening. After you're done with your list and prioritizing, I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Sounds really stupid. But let me tell you, for some reason, I don't know why, I didn't come up with this, but it kind of resets you, you kind of relax, and then you do one thing at a time. Ladies, especially you, and especially my fellow nursing friends, we all know what it's like to have to multitask, but sometimes when you feel overwhelmed, sometimes you just gotta do it one thing at a time. You stick with what you prioritized in that list, and you will feel so much better throughout the day. Breathe. Breathe. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything comes back around to be okay and work out. I'm here to help you. So number 9 is listen to music. Now, I am a firm believer that music is a very powerful tool. And with any powerful tools, they can be used for good, they can be used for bad. So when I say listen to music, I don't mean go listen to your screamo, yelling, loud, just noise and craziness. And tell me, is all that noise going to make you feel less stressed? No. You may think it's your way of venting and getting out all your anger. And if that's how you want to start out, teach his own. I'm just here to guide you. But in my opinion, if you need to do it to get some of the frustration out and yell and rap like Eminem, I've done it. But when you get down to when you want to actually relax and reduce your stress level, be careful and make sure you're listening to light, happy. Now, I'm not talking about, you don't have to listen to the Disney Channel. You don't have to go listen to a soundtrack of Aladdin or anything like that, but just something light. So I have a playlist on my phone that is mellow out, and that is my whoosh. It's time to mellow out, girl. because you need to stop tripping. I'm smiling so cheesy on this one because this is another one of my favorites, and it's not one that you'll usually see on a stress reducing list, but it does wonders for me, so I don't know why it doesn't make it on everyone else's list. There's just something about being out in the country where you can have a bonfire. Be as little or as big as you want it. You can do it alone. You don't have to have anyone else do it with you. Sometimes just sitting by the fire by yourself can be empowering, and it's kind of hypnotizing and soothing as you're watching the fire and you're hearing it crack. That's one of my favorite noises, is hearing the fire crackle, because you'll get together with your friends, you're gonna talk, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna make s'mores, you're gonna roast marshmallows, you're gonna have some drinks and some snacks, and you're gonna have some good bonding time. Lucky number 7. I don't care if you go to the beach. I don't care if you go to the pool. Both of those things, the combination between water and sun for me is like equals zen for me. Water, sun, I'm good. Literally, you can leave me there all day and I'm happy as a clam. If you don't have access to that, you can go for a walk in the woods. You can take a hike. Just being out in nature, there's something about that fresh air that is just very grounding and kind of brings you back to reality and what's a big deal and what's not a big deal, and you can kind of chillax a little bit. If you live in the mountains, jealous, miss the mountains too. But take a hike in the mountains. That's one of my favorite things to do. But go outside, go to a park. You can go to a park. You can even go, there's been times where all I had time for, and I just needed some kind of grounding or something because I was going to have a crazy day and I was already in a mood. So what I did, I took my shoes off and I went in the backyard and I walked barefoot in the grass. Us adults, how many times do we really take time to take off our shoes and barefoot walk in the grass? I find it very soothing, and if that's the only thing I got time for, or the only thing I have access to, hey, whatever. In the summer, if the sun's out, go for a walk, go for a drive and just feel the sun. Hopefully maybe have a sunroof. You can feel it come from there. Do what you can just to get in nature. Play in the snow. Go sledding. It's the same thing. You are outside it with that fresh air, and our bodies can then kind of cleanse and get out the gunk, and then you're going to feel a whole lot better, a whole lot more energy, and ready to go for whatever comes up next. All right, number 6. We're getting there slowly but surely. So 6 is travel. Now, I know some of you are already thinking, well, I can't afford to travel, I don't have the money, blah, blah, blah. Stick with me, because when I say travel, I could be talking about just get in the car, take a drive. If you live close to some really pretty scenery, go drive through it, go walk through it, go somewhere else, maybe in the state that is not too far, so it won't be too expensive, and you can go check out waterfalls or hiking trips or river rafting, river floats. You can float down the river. You can go from there, but the local park. Heck, sometimes some places have a really nice park that you can go to. So anywhere from there to like weekend getaway. You can do it by yourself, you can do it with your friend, or you can do it with your significant other, but you just kind of get away for the weekend. And there's something about that just kind of like reset, or you can go all out. I literally had a doctor tell me once that I needed to go on vacation. Too bad insurance doesn't pay for that, right? I asked. I knew the answer was no, but I was just being silly. So you can go anywhere on that span. Get out of your house, preferably get out of your town, so you can just kind of restart, Okay, so this one, number 4, is Soak It Up. And it kind of goes along with the last one we just talked about, but it's at home and it's cheaper and can take less time. So if you want it to be just you, sometimes I do it with my son, believe it or not. I've done it with my best friend and her daughter. I've done it with friends. So what do I mean by soak it up? Get a tub, soak your feet in Epsom salts. Soak your hands in Epsom salts. If you have like a little wax thing at home that you never used, drag that thing out. Drag it out and use it. Dip them in that wax. It feels so good. But the other things you can do is you can obviously soak in a tub. I put Epsom salts in my tub too when I'm soaking. Gets all the toxins out. It kind of relaxes your muscles, so it's doing all the work for you, right? You're just laying there in the tub enjoying it. If you want to go all out, you put some candles up, turn the lights down so you're just candlelight, some essential oils like lavender, peace and calming, anything that's going to make you just feel oh so good. Eucalyptus is good. Especially if you have any kind of like drainage or anything, allergies, sinus infection, any, lung infection, anything going on in there, eucalyptus is great for. So put that in your tub too. So that's what I mean by soak it up. Number 3, get creative. If you already know you're creative and you have a craft that you're good at, do it. Give yourself permission. I totally understand you're busy, you've got a job, you've got kids, you got a husband, you got to clean the house, pay the bills, you've got too much to do, right? No, always take time for that creative side within you. It needs to get out every once in a while. Plus, it's great for stress reduction as well. So, what do I mean by create something? If you're not creative and you're sitting there going, T, I can't do anything creative. I don't have a creative bone in my body. Okay, I agree everyone has one to a point. Everyone can do something. What I mean write something. Write a story. Write a part of your story. Write something down that's bothering you. Maybe write a letter to someone that has hurt you. And depending on that letter, you can give them to them or you can burn it in that bonfire that we talked about. Actually, in the last few months, I have discovered I can draw. I'm not saying I'm great. I know there's plenty of others who are way better than me. Like the pictures I look at to like inspire me, they're better than mine. But I enjoy doing it. And they're not half bad. Like, I'm putting them in a book and I'm going to put it out there for all to see. Like, holy cow. So drawing, coloring, they have adult coloring books now. Like, I totally have done that. Like, and you can do it with your kids. So it's not like you have to like take time away from your kids. That's when you can do it with them. You can give them their color stuff. You can get your adult coloring book and you can get your color on place. When I'm drawing, like literally I get in the zone. And whatever's going on around me, I probably am not picking up 80% of it because I'm in the zone. I'm drawing. In fact, the other day I was drawing and my dad needed the chair that I was sitting in. And I was like, but I'm not done drawing my picture. And he just kind of looked at me like, so? And I'm like, oh my gosh, but like, I'm in the zone. You don't mess with someone who's in the zone. But he's my dad. So I left. And the zone was gone. I had to finish it another time when I got back in the zone because at that point, by the time I moved all my stuff into my room and moved everything, yeah, it wasn't worth it anymore. You can do photography. My mother, I'm calling her out. I'm calling you out, Mom. You are an awesome photographer. And between you and my sister, calling her out too, you make amazing videos. Find that creative side. I really feel like that's something that we should all kind of be looking for. And if you find something new, like I just found out I could draw. We'll just say I'm over 29. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm just now figuring this out. People who have known me forever are going, since when? And I can't wait to show them my pictures because it happened. All right, we're at number 2. We're almost there, guys. Finally. Okay, now, I know not everyone believes in God, or at least in the same God. I will say I am a Christian, so I will probably talk about God and Heavenly Father in my life, in the spirit. But if that doesn't apply to you, that's totally okay. If you believe in the powers of the universe, which honestly I believe in the powers of that too, or Buddha or Muhammad, I don't know, whatever it is that you find as your higher source, use it. I cannot tell you how much I've learned, how much I need it in my life. And meditation and prayer has been a lifesaver for me in more ways than I really want to get into right now. But so meditate. You can, again, there's a range. I believe there's a range in everything. And sometimes I think people think that they have to go either all out or do nothing at all. Find your middle. Find your place that works for you. I mean, not everyone's the same. Not everyone's the same. Just make sure you balance it out. Get some you time in there. Take care of you, so you can then do what you need to do. And if you have others you need to take care of, you're able to do that. Whether it just be life or a breakup or whatever. You can find specific ones. You can find general ones. Sky's the limit on YouTube. I mean, you can find crazy people like me on the internet. Imagine what helpful you could find on there, right? Anyway, and you can use those. There's apps, there's people. If you want to message me, I would be more than happy to give you my list of recommendations of ones that I've used. I don't know if they're necessarily better than anyone else's, but they're the ones that I use. They're the ones I like. I'm kind of picky. If I don't like your voice, I'm not going to listen to and meditate and relax, because the whole time I'm going, oh my gosh. And there's some really annoying voices. And then, you know, I totally am a believer in meditation and positive thinking and law of attraction. I'm all about it. But sometimes some people deliver it in a way that is so hokey and so cheesy. I'm like, honey, click, not listening, right? So find something that works for you. If you need some help and guidance to kind of try something, message me, comment, whatever. I'm so ready to help. I mean, that's what I'm here for. That I just want to help. But meditation's been good for me. It's been hugely good for me. I'm able to focus more. I feel more relaxed throughout the day when I do. Love, love, love. I also pray every day, multiple times a day. And they can kind of be the same thing. Heck, sometimes right after I'm done meditating and I'm laying on the floor, or after yoga we can kind of put in the meditation stage and the workout stage. I kind of intertwine the two of them a lot, because I'm working out with the yoga, but I'm also like trying to ground and use my breath. And then, you know, at the end, sometimes, you know, the whole namaste thing, I actually then say a prayer, because I'm already in the position anyway, already relaxed. My brain is already not focused on the world yet. It's a really good time actually for me to do my praying, because I don't know about you, all of you that pray or have ever prayed, I am so guilty of, if I just like jump in bed, say my prayers and go to bed, I guarantee you at least half the time I fall asleep before I get done, because I don't know, my head hits that pillow and I'm out. Or I'm praying and my mind starts going, oh, I need to do this tomorrow and this really sucked today, and what kind of prayer is that, right? So actually right after yoga or meditation is actually a really good time, because you're already kind of in that Zen moment. You're already kind of, your mind is just already kind of empty with all of that junk. So that's a good suggestion that I would like to hand off to you and hope it works for you. Number 1, Number one, can you believe it? We are finally almost done with this. Number one, I keep saying this about a lot of them, but it's probably my favorite. This one comes kind of easy for me, and I totally understand. It doesn't come easy to everyone else. Not everyone likes to exercise. I have family members who look at me and they're like, why would you do that for fun? That is not fun. I love it. I mean, you know, to each his own. So when I say exercise, I'm not saying you have to go get P90X and go try to get buff at the gym and run for 10 miles or anything like that. Go for a 15-minute walk during your lunch break, or a half an hour to an hour walk with your dog after dinner, and then a nice evening. Get out and walk. Just get moving. Yoga's great because you can do it inside. You can do it for free. There's lots of yoga on YouTube as well. Again, I'm kind of picky on my YouTube people that I follow, so if you have any questions, I'd be glad to let you know who I use and who I absolutely love and adore. You can go from basics to chair yoga. They have it. Chair yoga. Not joking. All the way to like doing like the headstands and the handstands and the crow pose, and go for a walk. You can ride your bike. You can go for a swim. You can dance. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I like dance around my room while I'm getting ready. When I'm feeling good, or when I need to feel good, or like when I'm getting ready to go out with the girls, we always have the music pumping and we're dancing. We go out dancing, and it is a workout. It is fun. You don't feel like you're working out. You're out having fun with the girls, right? Or they've got games for all of those gamers out there. Get the dance ones and pick out your favorite songs and dance to those for a couple minutes. Do 2 or 3. Trust me, you'll get your heart beating, and it'll be a workout. And it'll be fun. It doesn't have to be something huge and major. Just get out moving. I'm a nurse. I'm a cardiac nurse, so I'm huge about the heart. And so obviously, not only is it good for reducing stress in general actually is one of the best things you can do for heart health as well. But circulation is huge. And so if you're getting oxygen to your body, your blood isn't stagnant and it's flowing through, it's good for your heart, it's good for your whole body, it's good for your lymph system. And believe it or not, when you're done, I have never once, even when I got injured, I have never once regretted working out. Thank you so much for watching my video. I know it was probably kind of long and whatever, but I really am wanting to help people. I really wanted to make it fun. I wanted it a little bit different than what everyone else says. So I try to change it up a little bit. I try to make it more approachable. Sometimes, you know, when you just see it on a piece of paper, you're like, yeah, well, that sounds great. Who's got time for that? I don't mean, you know, do one of these things every day. Do one of these things for 15 minutes in your day. Give yourself that. Give yourself 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Just to give yourself a reset button. Because stress is the leading cause of disease. Stress is the leading cause of disease. And obviously illnesses are what causes death. Sorry, I'm really comfortable talking about things like this because I'm a nurse, but I realize that other people, I need to maybe be a little more serious about it. But do these things, do one of these things, try these things. Tell me what works for you. Even if it's not something on this list. If there's something else like crazy weird or different or something that you do to relieve stress and you want to share it, share it. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I want to hear what you do. I want to incorporate you in this because I think we all have something to share and we all have something to give to the world. So don't leave me here hanging. Help me get out to the world and share what you do to get that stress off and find a reset button to start another day. Alright, so that was our first one, our first top 10 list. Stay tuned next week. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any ideas of what kind of top 10 things you would like, you can go ahead and let me know those too. I'm pretty easygoing. I got a lot in my head, and I would be interested to see what kind of lists you want. I kind of want to do, in my mind, a mixture of ones like this that are helpful for your health, and it's inspirational, and it inspires you to be a better person. And then I want to do some kind of silly, crazy ones where we're just having fun, because life is serious enough. I think we need to take every moment we can to lighten it up and have some fun. So this is not always going to be educational, and I hope it's not a problem for you, because I like to have fun even when I'm serious. Everyone have a great day. I hope you have a great Tuesday, and if I don't see you before then, I'll see you next Tuesday for another T's Top 10 Tuesday. Alright? Take care.